it can be an inquiry form or a link. So if I'm linking this button to a landing page or something on my website, I could go, okay, button link, but URL link, button text, click here. Or I can have an inquiry form. The button text can say, inquire about this tour. Can't spell. I think I'm going dyslexic in my middle age. Inquire about this tour. The subject line will be the subject line of the email that you receive, notifying you there's been an inquiry. So this will be a Genesis Vietnam tour inquiry. We always like to put Genesis in the subject line, so you know where the inquiries come from. That way you don't argue with us when we send you a bill. There we go. And now if I just reset that, there's our call to action button. And when I click on that, again, reloads the mail, so it stays within the mail. And so if they end up not putting an inquiry in, at least they're not somewhere miles away from where they started. They're still in the mail. In the live sent mail environment, so if I'd sent this mail to myself and clicked inquire, my first name, last name, email address, phone number, everything that's loaded about me in the database would automatically populate here in this form. So that's another reason that's why it's better than to send somebody to an inquiry form on the website. Everything's already populated. So all I have to do is go, hey, can I bring my 16 dogs with me? Fantastic. And I'm going to send my inquiry. So we'll cancel that. And there's the crux of the mail builder. Obviously, there's a few more layers to it, but just to give you an introduction and start off to the basics, I think that's a pretty good place to start. You also notice here on the left side, there is a new tab. We didn't have this before, called inquiries. So as and when somebody formulates or fills out one of those inquiry forms from a mail, that will then create the email, which will be sent to you, but it'll also be recorded in here. So as and when you log in, you can see any inquiry forms that have been submitted that are in progress. And as and when that inquiry converts to a sale, you'll be able to come here in progress, click on the inquiry, you tick a box that says, yes, I've converted this into a sale. It'll say, okay, was there, how many people, how much did it return into revenue wise, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then that turns into a converted sale. So you've actually got a track, or you can keep track of all the sales that you've converted from the inquiries that come in from the mails, which I think is really popular or really powerful as well. We have, obviously, most agents within a few emails have only, even if they've only made a couple of bookings, but if it's a couple of bookings on a Silver Sea cruise or something like that, then that commission is paid for their Genesis for the year, which is nice to see. What is, of course, always interesting is when agents come to us, they say, oh, we haven't got inquiries for a while. But I look through, they've had lots of inquiries. They just haven't converted them. In which case we remind them that marketing is just the most important thing. Every time you send out an email to a database, it's like somebody walking past your front window of your shop. It's a little checkbox in their memory reminding them that they're there, that you're there. And when they do want to go travel again, and they have to decide, oh, who's the first person I'm going to call or search for when I decide I want to go traveling again, it's going to be you because you're front of mind. That's why McDonald's and KFC and all of these guys, car brands, et cetera, spend billions and billions and billions of dollars putting what would otherwise be worthless brand billboards all over the place. They don't even advertise cars anymore, the car guys. They advertise a way of life. They're not even trying to sell you a deal. It's not like, you know, buy your Mercedes-Benz and we'll add in chrome bumpers and spinny rims at no extra cost. They don't do promotions. They don't put prices in. It's just people looking happy with a Mercedes-Benz thing because they know that they want to make you associate that in your minds as the consumer with them. And when it's time to come for you, get the words out eventually, when the time comes for you to choose a new car and you're thinking, oh, I want happiness and I want aspirational things, and you're going to work into that Mercedes garage instead of the BMW garage or wherever it may be. So that's an important factor that can't be understated. And that's where I think that brings us neatly to the social media side of things. God, half an hour, I haven't stopped. Excuse me, I'll have a glass of water a second. So back in the day, pre-C, as we like to call it, or PC, we were an email marketing company, And obviously we had lots of inquiries for social media assistants as well. And so we thought, okay, now was the time. I think this was about end of 2024. We launched this, where you can now connect your Facebook feed. You can connect your Instagram feed as well. We just don't have it working on the front end, but it's coming. You can connect your Instagram and promotional Facebook feed to the portal, much like you do uploading your contacts or audience. And then you can jump in to the library. Where is the library? Oh, social campaign. Sorry, I had it there. Where there is a gigantic reservoir of pre-approved content that you can post to that. So I've connected my my feed. You have to be an admin user on your Facebook page to do that. I've connected my feed. Okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start doing some marketing. Okay, discover APT Solara. I like the look of that. Now there is the email that I can send out. And if you want to, you can do, rather than going to email, then going to social, you can actually come to campaigns and do everything from one sort of UI, which is handy. So you can come in here and you're going to schedule the mail for, let's say we're going to schedule the mail for Friday. That also will post to your Facebook page, the link to it. And then you can say, okay, here's Facebook post 1. And you'll see that each of these Facebook posts take one specific message or one specific part of the email campaign and just break it up into little bite-sized doses. So you might say, okay, cool. Facebook post 1, I'm going to schedule that for Monday. Facebook 2, I'm going to schedule that for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'm going to schedule the email to go to my database and then post to my Facebook on the Friday. So you've got a, I want to call it almost a Muhammad Ali type swing like a butterfly or whatever it's called. So it's four little jabs with the social media posts. And then on Friday, if you want to do it that way, once they're nicely buttered up and everyone's thinking about APT Solara, out goes the email to the database on the Friday with the actual sales campaign, with the early bird offer or whatever it might be. So we generally will create 4 Facebook posts to go along with the promotional campaigns that we're creating. So there's lots of choice for you there, and they're always being updated. Concurrent on the inverse, and send something out that's expired on the 23rd or whatever it might be of September. So you've got some protection there. On top of the promotions, you'll see there's 3 other tabs. I can't even count now. 3 other tabs for you. The first one is the marketing tab, which we have created ourselves. And this is coming back to the message I was talking about earlier in terms of brand awareness, in terms of marketing yourself, in terms of just creating that front of mind awareness with your clients. So we've created many packs of social media posts with various themes that don't involve sales. It's all involving inspiration. You're trying to think of getting someone to travel. Why would you book through a travel agent? Funny stuff that you can post just to get a laugh. Top tips from travel agents about how you should pack your food. Things about food and wine, and then lots of destination sort of stuff. So did you know pack 4 here? So this is New Zealand. So just a little tidbit of information about New Zealand. This one's something along about Nice. This one's something about New Zealand again. This one's something about Munich. So yeah, just lots of posts that you can pump through your Facebook page. You could quite easily post 4 times a day from the portal with the various categories, and I don't think you'd ever run out of posts. We have stalled a little bit while we've been doing this portal transition, but once we're back up and running, we'll start restocking this with lots of new posts as well. So the constant supply. And when I say post 4 times a day, I really do mean it. I think you can, on Facebook, you can post 4 times a day, every 3-4 hours. The way that the timelines just are constantly refreshing with new content, I don't think that's too much these days, quite honestly. And I think there's a lot of value to just being front of mind. As long as you're not pushing too much promotional stuff with it, that's fine. The other 2 categories, which you will see are currently bare. One is brand awareness, and that we are going to be cheeky with, and we are going to get the suppliers to fill this out themselves. So you've got all of their promotional material. So obviously, you know, APT Australia, cool, that's going to expire. Now, what doesn't expire is APT's, you know, ship tour of the new Seabourn Venture or Seabourn Pursuit that's coming to Kimberley next year. What doesn't expire is their branding, their why would you travel with APT? Same goes for Travel Marvel, etc., etc., etc. Club Med, tours of all the resorts. Those only get refreshed every 6 to 8 years when they do the refurbs. So what we're going to do is get the suppliers to fill these sections here with their own marketing materials, highlighting their